What's going on, sports fans? I'm Mark Paulos. Tonight, we saw the sports party at the state tournaments where 6 area baseball and softball teams look to advance to the state semifinals. We'll start with baseball. AA 5-seed PEM taking on 4-seed Wadena Deer Creek. We'll pick it up top 4, no score. The Bulldogs take the lead. Jamison Brinkman reaches out and pokes that ball deep to right center field. It's over the head of the outfielder. Matthew Keller scores from second base as the Dogs took a 1-0 lead. Top 5 PEM now up 2-0. They add some insurance. Luke Stevens rips one up the right field line. That brings in the runner from third base as PEM took a 3-0 lead looking to advance to the semifinals. PEM upsets Wadena Deer Creek 3-1. That win earns them a date in the semifinals with top-seeded Glencoe Silver Lake. The Panthers beat St. Agnes 13-0 in their quarterfinal matchup. Next, we'll head on down to Class A. The undefeated and top-seeded Hayfield Vikings squared off against Adrian Ellsworth. This one was all Hayfield. Bottom 1, no score. The Vikings strike first. Carver Height rips that ball to left center field. It goes all the way to the wall. That brings in both Easton Fritcher and Joey Temple, part of a 6-run first inning for Hayfield. Then bottom 3, Vikings now up 9-0. The reigning athlete of the week touches them all. Easton Fritcher launches that one over the right field wall. That gave Hayfield a 10-0 lead. Hayfield adds 6 more. They beat Adrian Ellsworth 16-1. They'll face 5-seed Springfield tomorrow at noon. Springfield upset 4-seed Southridge 4-3. Up in AAA, Albert Lee look to continue their Cinderella run, taking on 2-seed Sartell at the Mini-Met in Jordan. Top 4, no score. The Tigers take the lead. Joey Flores rips that ball to left field. It's more than enough to bring in Blake Olvey. Albert Lee up 1-0. They'd add another, take a 2-0 lead. Bottom 6, Tigers now up 2-1. Sartell ties the game. Kalen O'Connell laces one to left. That brings in a run. All of a sudden, this one's a 2-2 ball game. Then in the bottom of the 7th, game tied at 2, Sartell walks it off. Steven Brinkeroff hits a line drive homer over the wall and left. That is how this game would end. Albert Lee loses 3-2, but it was their first state berth since 1969. They have a lot to be proud of. Now to softball, we'll start in Class 3A. 4-seed Winona taking on 5-seed Sartell. Top 6, game tied at 5. The Windhawks take the lead. Grace Fricky gets a hold of that pitch. She hits it way out of there. That is your game winner. The Windhawks beat 5th-seeded Sartell 6-5. That earned them a date with top-seeded Mankato West in the semifinals. The Scarlets beat the Windhawks 14-10 in their only regular season game of the year. The Windhawks didn't want that to happen tonight. Bottom 6, Windhawks down 1. Paige Grafton hits it deep to right center field. That's gone for a solo homer. That tied the game at 6. Bottom 8, same score. The Windhawks walk it off. Freshman Avery Ingbrecht smacks an RBI single to right center. Everybody go home. Winona will play for a state title tomorrow. They beat Mankato West 7-6 in 8 innings. Next, we head on down to AA. 3-seed St. Charles taking on Mounds Park Academy. We'll head straight to the bottom of the 9th. Game tied at 1. Saints ace Brenna Keppel drives in the game-winning run. Jade Krennick scores from third base. The Saints went on to the semifinals. They beat Mounds Park 2-1 in 9 innings. The Saints face unseeded Pipestone area in the semifinals. They showed off their power in this one. Top 3, Saints up 3-1. They add to their lead. Jade Krennick.
This one going way back.
Blast that one deep to right center. It's gone for a solo shot. Saints up 4-1. Top 4, same score. The Saints' Emmy Cowton gets a hold of that one. Also sends it out for a solo shot. The St. Charles Saints are a few innings away from playing for a state title in their first trip to the state softball tournament. They lead Pipestone area 5-1. Lastly, down to Class A, Wabasha Kellogg taking on 3-seed Browerville Eagle Valley in the quarterfinals. Pick it up top 8, no score. The Falcons take the lead with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Megan Solberg hits one to the right field corner. That's more than enough to bring in the run. She slides into third with a triple. Wabasha Kellogg up 1-0. Bottom of the 8th, though, game now tied at 1. With a runner on third, the Tigers' Leona May hits a bloop to the right-hand side. It's just out of the reach of Claire Johnson. That is how this game would end. Wabasha Kellogg loses a heartbreaker in extra innings. They fall 2-1 to end their season. And that's what it's sports on this Tuesday night. We'll be back after this.